Well, it's good to see everybody. It was great to see the fans. It was great to see the Orange Crush. It was great to put the uniform on again and see a bunch of new guys and some veterans who haven't played in this building get their feet wet again. And to be honest, I thought we had some nerves at the start of the game, which was maybe to be expected. But big thank you to St. Francis. Ryan is I've known for a long time, and they did a great job of making us guard actions, and they do a very good job offensively. That's going to be a good basketball team before the season's over. But I'm excited. We got a lot of guys in, a lot of guys got to play. We got to look at some different lineups, and then we really, I hope, tried to accomplish the effort piece to this. Trent Frazier set that tone pretty good at the start. We've got the saying, offense wins games, defense wins championships, and Trent Frazier's prowess on that end was pretty evident tonight. So all in all, got some film now. We get ready for an opponent coming up next week that's been very, very good. I'll have some more size and be a new challenge.
Brad, what do you look for in guys like Austin Hutcherson, Coleman, Hawkins during these games as they try to get comfortable and work their way into your rotation?
Yeah, I mean, I was really proud of Hutch. And, Hutch was a guy that, we've all seen in practice that he's had great moments and then had to persevere and had to go through what was a really tough and frustrating year last season. Would have helped us, would have been a big part of that team. And I wasn't sure what I would expect. He's had the flu earlier in the week and was out. I used the term kick the rust off, and he did that pretty well tonight. I think we saw his explosiveness, his athleticism, again, a guy that has the ability to be just a knockdown shooter, and we saw that. So, great first step, and now he's hopefully got some confidence. I thought Coleman did some really nice things, again, we're trying to get Coleman some different looks in some different positions. So his versatility is huge for us.
With Doug and then Scott.
Yeah, Coach, what would you see from Andre Curbelo tonight? Kind of the good and the bad. You get some good with him and you get some bad with him. So what would you see tonight?
Yeah, Bello was pretty nervous. He never played a game without fans, and I think he was a little nervous before the game. And we've got to find flow. We're putting the ball in his hands a lot, asking him to do a lot in early ball screens. St. Francis did a great job of actually weakening everything that we did, which is okay. We just haven't spent enough time working on that, but he'll be fine. And Bello gets a little loose sometimes, and we got to tighten that up. But he's going to be the head of the snake for many nights, and a darn good one.
From a defensive perspective, how does maybe the length of guys that you didn't have last year, like Omar, Hutch, or didn't you have much with Coleman, just change what you're able to do on that end?
I hope a lot. You throw DeMonte out there with a 6'3", but 6'11" wingsman, and you got great length. You got Hutch with a high motor. Tonight I knew it was going to be a night that those guys weren't going to get a ton. But, I think it gives us versatility and being able to put Coleman at the 3 and guard and be able to do some switching if we need to. And, so it was, it's positive for us. I'm excited. And Hutch's athleticism, we saw Hutch go head-to-head with Io every single day. His first year here sitting out, and we know what he's capable of. He's got a chance to be an elite defender, and that really excites me.
Yeah.
Brad, defensively, was tonight kind of an indication that you might try to be a little more aggressive out on the perimeter and jump some passing lanes a little bit, or was that just kind of a normal, kind of in the flow tonight?
Yeah, we call them flat triangles, where, when one pass away, we're kind of a step below, but have a hand in the passing lane, and I think you saw a big difference tonight in veterans and new guys. Veterans anticipated, knew what was coming, scouting report, you're around Trent Frazier too long, you only gotta run something once or twice. And he's seen everything that could possibly be run at him. So he gets comfortable, and he's got tremendous speed and athleticism, he breaks on balls, and, Coleman's got an ability to anticipate, so, it's a nice advantage to have with new guys and our ability to maybe run through some passing lanes and force a few more turnovers.
Yeah, Coach, you said on Thursday that you thought Hutch could be a pretty good defender, but you kind of wanted to see more of his grit and his fight. Did you kind of see that out of him tonight on the defensive end, and I guess on the offensive end too?
Well, he had his head at the rim. There's a picture, I can't wait to see if there's a picture of the offensive rebound, just putting him in the game. And his athleticism is unparalleled, and on our team anyway. And when he sets down and decides to guard, and I saw that tonight. It's just a matter of you guys don't know how hard it is to play when you haven't played in a while, and the competitive juices get going, and you don't know how guys are going to react with that adrenaline and that competitive juice. And I was really proud of Hutch tonight. We know he's a really good player, and he did a nice job tonight fighting through all that stuff.
Mark, and way back.
What does it mean to have a player like Trent Frazier as a coach, where you don't have to tell the new guys, hey, you need to do this, you can just say, do what he does? How much does that help you?
Yeah, a lot. I said it 3 times in the huddle tonight. Literally, I brought it up 3 times. And it was a point of emphasis at halftime, him diving on the floor for a loose ball in an exhibition game. Are you kidding me? But Trent does that every day. Trent gets mad when I take him out of practice. And everybody on our team hates being guarded by Trent, and they hate guarding Trent because he tries to embarrass them. And he's got that kind of killer instinct, but he'll also tell him, it's to make you better. And so we're fortunate, man. He's been everything we're about since day one, and I say he's the best defender in the country, and I'm not kidding when I say that. I believe that.
James?
When it comes to Andre, he has the ability to have those momentum swinging plays, and how do you think maybe it will change now that fans are here at State Farm Center, and he has the ability to do like that wraparound pass in the first half where everyone kind of just reacts to it?
Oh yeah, there's going to be some excitement, and then there's going to be some oh no moments, and I think we've got to find those, and he's electric in what he can do, and we all see him play tonight, and yet it was a loose game, and then we think back to Iowa and Ohio State, and we see him more controlled, subdued. So he's got that ability. It's one of the challenges in coaching him to a certain extent. But he's our guy, and he's damn good, and I'm glad he's on our team.
Yeah, Coach. So you mentioned Trent Frazier, but obviously you have a kind of unique roster / rotation with a lot of veterans in Devontae and Kofi and Trent, but you also are trying to work in these newcomers. And I'm just curious, big picture, how do you kind of approach a season like this with such high expectations, trying to mix in new guys with a seasoned core?
Yeah, it'll figure itself out. That's why we play exhibition games, so we can work our way through that and see what's out there. And traditionally, early in seasons, your veterans are way up here, and your new guys are down here. Just in terminology and just in the speed of the game and the physicality. We're no different. We've had that. I said the other day, I wish I could have scrimmaged last week for our veterans' sake. Our new guys weren't even close to being ready, but still not. They've got a long way to go. But that's one of the challenges. But it's a long season. We'll have 110 to 120 practices, and these guys are going to get good, and they're going to continue to keep working. And Luke Goody's had a phenomenal week of practice, and I'm excited about his ability to help us right away. He's been very solid that way.
Coach, along those lines, R.J. Melendez took him a while to get in the game. Once he did, he showed a little bit of versatility offensively. how far do you think he is from being able to contribute for you?
Yeah, RJ's a very talented young guy, and he can do it in a lot of different areas, and he's really, really athletic. He's a guy that I think can be a tremendous defender when he wants to put his mind to it, and that's where we got to get those young guys. It's understanding it's not a once every 3 times or once I want to, it's an every time deal, and I love our freshmen. Our freshmen are talented players. They've got IQ, they've got feel, and it's just it's hard. College basketball is hard, and it's not easy when you've got a group that has veterans, and you bump up against DeMonte Williams, and you find out he doesn't move, and it's just it's a learning experience. We all have to be patient, but I love this group.
James?
For a guy like Kofi, who at one point thought his college career was over, how much do you think he appreciated a moment like tonight, being here at State Farm Center for the first time with fans in over a year and so on?
Kofi gets it, man. Kofi's matured so much since he's been here, and he knew he knows what's in front of him. He was excited for tonight. That guy's, doing as much coaching and cheerleading, and he loves this place. He loves his teammates, and he knows how much the Illinois fan base loves him as well.
Yeah.
Brad, Coleman told us tonight that he was trying to really get himself prepared for a new role and more responsibility this year. What do you want to see out of him that shows you he'll be ready for that?
Well, I think last year the big challenge was just physically.
Right.
He couldn't, night in for long periods of time, couldn't sustain that. And, he's made that jump. He's 25 pounds stronger and bigger, and now it's matching his IQ to it. And I think the next step is now going out and proving that you can execute it. And, he's been doing that. He's been, the other day at 25 in practice when we started it out, missed 2 shots. And was our leading rebounder with 9. And so it's those moments that excite us. Now it's just stepping out and just trying to execute the fundamental things of the game, and he's getting there.
Coach, what did you think about Omar's minutes tonight, and what's key for him going forward in his development and establishing a role for you guys?
Yeah, I thought Omar was fine. I think he's missed a couple. I think he was he was a little nervous getting out there and running up and down again. And he's a guy that has to goes against Kofi every day, and he's an elite. We saw a little explosion of that there late. And I think it's just tonight was just about getting comfortable, getting him dialed in on the defensive side. I think he gives us rim protection. He's a guy who can guard literally 5 positions on the court. So tonight was more, just about him getting comfortable, and we'll see continued improvement with him because we see it every day in practice.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thanks everyone.